In the heart of Saudi Arabia, an ecosystem of innovation is rapidly emerging, powered by the National Technology Development Program.
Our main mandate is to build, uplift, and foster the growth of the tech startup ecosystem in the country.
It's like an answer to all the different challenges we've been hearing.
It's about the connections to the right stakeholders.
Is focused on educating entrepreneurs.
They only developed this after talking to all of the ecosystem.
As we continue to grow, the train will never stop. They have the understanding of all stages related to the company.
The great thing about NTDP, they don't interfere in your company. They just provide support.
With the enablement that the government is providing, I decided to give it a shot.
If NTDP didn't support us, it will take us another 3, 4, 5 years. It expedites the process of building deep tech companies.
Having a believer like NTDP, it's a validation for this startup.
It impacts almost every vertical of their operations.
We closed the pre-seed round after we graduated from the MVP lab.
It makes us push the boundaries when it comes down to what can we do in AI and where can we push the limits there.
It really helped to take us from a level to another level.
We were able to achieve 3x growth.
Some of the startup in the unicorn program already became a unicorn.
It was one of the most beneficial programs I've ever seen in the kingdom.
We want to be part of this wave of transformation.
It's initiatives like this that make building businesses in the kingdom so exciting. And I can't wait to see how Saudi's entrepreneurial spirit continues to inspire the world by building tomorrow today.
All right, I think that's for you. All right. Hello, everybody. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
I feel like it's become something of an annual tradition seeing you, and a tradition that I very, very much look forward to. So it's great sharing the stage.
Great, and I was telling Lucy behind the stage, she's like a Christmas. I saw her once in a year, but we have good times,
Always good times.
Always good times.
Yes, and what a great way to kick off our chat with such a great video as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Actually, the documentary about NTDP will be launched next week. It will be on Shahid platform. It will be in Saudi Airlines and a couple of global TVs as well.
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so before we kick things off, I just want to set the scene a little bit. So since joining forces with LEAP and sponsoring the rocket fuel competition back in 2022, this event has played what can only be described as a really significant and pivotal role in shaping NTDP's ecosystem. So we're about to hear about all the ways in which NTDP have benefited from sponsoring and partnering up with LEAP and Rocket Fuel, and all the wonderful things that have happened as a result of joining forces with what can only be described as this monumental event. And who better to do that with than the CEO, of course. And for those of you who don't know, I have been with Rocket Fuel, on the Rocket Fuel journey since its inception, and I've watched it evolve. And I mean, even back then, it was such an incredible event, and it really is great to see just how far it's evolved. So much startup, so much innovation, and it's just getting better in its fourth edition.
It brings life, passion, energy, positive energy, dealing with this kind of challenges and dealing with this kind of innovation and ideas as well.
Yeah, passion.
It keeps you alive,
Yes, it does. So LEAP 2022 was a real turning point for Saudi's tech ecosystem. So what was the vision behind NTDP becoming the main sponsor or sponsors and partners of Rocket Fuel at such a pivotal moment? And how did this pivotal moment position NTDP as a leading force in Saudi's innovation strategy?
Great question, Lucy. So before answering this question, let's step back and take the bigger picture of NTDP. NTDP is a 2.5 billion real fund to build, uplift, with a mandate to build, uplift, and foster the growth of the tech startup ecosystem in the country. But we have a vision by 2030 to become one of the top global tech hub.
Yes.
So I remember when I was in the first version of LEAP 2022, I wasn't part of NTDP at that time, but I was enjoying the scene, and I saw the rocket fuel competition. Then in mid of 2022, I joined NTDP as a CEO. Then by end of the year, we had a discussion about our participation in LEAP. And I told the team, look, now we have the mandate to build the tech startup ecosystem here in the country, but our vision is beyond that, to become a global tech hub by 2030.
Yes.
Now, if we want to reach to that, we should start planting the seed from now. So we started to sponsor the rocket fuel competition, not only just to sponsor it, but only to give the exposure of NTDP, not only to the great startups, hundreds of startups and entrepreneurs and founders from all over the world, but also to reach to the judges. We have tens of judges, great investors, global investors, great tech CEOs, great tech mentors, great tech founders who judges the rocket fuel competition. And I remember I told the team, we want to sponsor this because we want to reach to the global startups, but also at the same time, we would like to reach to these influencers to see what we offer in NTDP and to let them, to make them look at our vision in 2030 and what we offer to build the startups. That's why we decided to sponsor the rocket fuel competition. And guess what? Sponsoring the rocket fuel competition in the last 3 years actually gave us the right exposures. So we had tens of global investors who came to Saudi Arabia because of the sponsoring of rocket fuel competition and started to invest in the tech startup here in the country. Not only that, Lucy, because of when we sponsored the rocket fuel competition in 2023, we have a program to relocate global startups to the country. And guess what? In less than 3 years, more than 140 global startups relocated their MENA HQ, and some of them relocated their HQ to Saudi Arabia because of the rocket fuel.
Wow, yes, that definitely deserves a rapturous round of applause. That is incredible.
And guess what? Once they relocated to Saudi Arabia, they closed an investment round with more than 400 million riyals, which is amazing. And actually, we are expecting that they will create more than 2,000 jobs in the country, and we are expecting they will add to the GDP more than 1 billion riyal in the next 3 to 4 years. So this is because of the rocket fuel competition.
Yes,
I think we made the right decision at that time.
I love to hear it. And you know, I think one of the great things about LEAP is it's all about collaboration, partnerships. And I think your partnership with Rocket Fuel is a testament to just what happens when people fuse together and we can make such amazing things happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't doubt for a second that you will hit that goal in 2030 of being a respected, widely known global tech hub.
Of course.
100%. So LEAP has rapidly become a global hub for innovation. How did NTDP leverage this platform to not only establish its mission, but also accelerate the growth of Saudi Arabia's startup ecosystem on the world stage?
Amazing. I remember in 2022, I thought, again, I wasn't part of the NTDP, but I remember that His Excellency Engineer Abdullah Swaha announced the strategy of NTDP at that time. And it was a great strategy. And when I joined NTDP, they told me you have to come to the main stage on the second day and say something about NTDP. And I said, but we did not execute anything yet. So what should I do? What should I say? And we had a couple of meetings with the team, and we said, okay, we did not launch any products yet. We only launched the MVP Lab in October 2022. Let's launch our first batch of products on the main stage in LEAP 2023.
Yes.
And actually, I remember I was on the second day on the main stage launching 6 products, the first batch of our products, 6 products, with a total support of 1 billion riyal. Once I came down off the stage, I went to our booth, and guess what? Everyone was there. So we started to answer the questions, putting all the efforts to manage the expectations at that time.
Yeah.
Then after LEAP, I had a meeting with the team, and they said, wow, this is great, but we are freaking out. I said, why? They said, you launched all these products. Now, how we can execute this? We are only 13. And I said, we should roll up our sleeves and get things done, you know? Let's do it. So we started actually executing our products. And because we launched all our products in LEAP 2023 at that time, we started to have all the traffic, all the startups, founders started to apply to our products. So we started to onboard them and started to provide the support. Then I remember in 2024, last year, I came on the stage on the second day, launching a new batch of products. But at that time, I started to talk about our impact because we achieved an amazing impact in 1 year that even myself, I did not expect that we can achieve it in 1 year. Why? Because we launched it in LEAP. Then so I came on the stage, I started to talk about our impact, and it was mind-blowing. Then I launched another 6 products with a 1 billion real as well. Then again, once I came down from the stage, I went to our booth. Again, everyone was there. So we started to onboard the startups. So LEAP, we are here in LEAP not just to participate. We are here to create the impact. And last year, I remember we sponsored around 200 startups. We covered 50% of their cost to be in LEAP. And once we get the feedback about the impact that we created and how fast they closed their targets, we decided this year to cover the cost of 400 startups, full cost. So we brought 400 startups from Saudi Arabia and all over the world. We covered the cost of being here, and we helped them actually to be in contact with the investors, with VC funds, and also with partners, and we got an amazing results out of that.
Wow, you know, it really does sound like you've been on quite the journey, right? And just such amazing growth in such a short space of time. It's such a remarkable achievement. You must feel just so proud.
It is a platform where magics happen.
Yeah, oh, I love that, where magic happens. So, talking of your journey, how has NTDP's journey evolved since joining forces with LEAP? You know, talk to me about some of the milestones that have defined its impact in empowering the next generation of Saudi tech pioneers.
So when the royal decree came out in 2020, establishing an NTDP, they put the target on NTDP to achieve a 10 billion real as a GDP contribution by 2026, and 10,000 jobs to be created by 2026, and have 10 unicorns in the ecosystem by 2026. Now, as the end of 2024, we deployed more than 1 billion real as a support to the ecosystem. We launched 18 products, and we have more than 50 great partners, local partners, global partners, from government entities, from private sector. They are helping us to execute our products. This is as an output. This is as an input. As an output, we supported more than 2,000 startups. We supported more than 2,350 tech entrepreneurs in the country. We created 735 new startups in the last 3 years. We brought 141 global startups to the country. This is as an output, but as an impact. Guess what? We achieved 11.3 billion real as a GDP impact, surpassing the target of 2026.
That is
guess what?
Incredible.
We created 17,000 jobs. The target was 10,000 in 2026. We achieved this in 2024. And guess what? I remember in 2021, the debt financing for the tech startups and the tech SMEs was around 400 million real. We reached to a 4.6 billion real as a debt financing for the tech startups. Wait.
That's not it all. That's not it, guys.
Our portfolio startups, they closed an investment round with a total of 4.8 billion real, which is more than 50% of all investments in the country.
Oh my gosh.
So this is as an impact. So yeah, and I have, please give a big round of applause to my great team. We are only 30 people. So thank you so much. They are the source of inspiration. They are the source of making dreams to become true. And a round of applause to our great partners who made this to become a reality.
Absolutely. Just keep that applause coming. It's great to hear just how you are the backbone behind so much innovation, so many dreams, and so much magic. It really is great to hear. I mean, impressive figures. You only need to go by the amount of applause that we just heard just then.
Of course.
Just how amazing you guys are doing. So Saudi Arabia, it's fair to say, is no longer just adopting technology. It's creating it. So can you share some of the most inspiring success stories of startups that have really benefited and grown from NTDP's initiatives and have gained visibility through LEAP?
We supported more than 2,000 startups. I can do this all day long.
One out there.
So, in the opening speech, His Excellency the Minister shed the light on a couple of success stories that's supported by NTDP, and also on the closing remarks, Faisal Khamisi gave an example of 4 great startups. All of them, they get supported by NTDP. But let me bring some stories that never told. We have Intelmatics. It's an agentic AI startup. Intelmatics didn't only get a support through an NTDP, but also we supported them to be in LEAP in the last 2 years. And also this year, they have an amazing, huge booth. But Intelmatics, they are an agentic AI startups who they have a site intelligence AI agent. They help the F&B business owners and the retail business owners to improve or to predict their revenue based on the location with more than 80% accuracy rate. And also, not only that, they have the digital twin that empowered by AI, where they provide to the business owners a real and live data about demographics of each location, demographics, purchase powers, the population of that area, and so many data, so they can help the business owners to speed up the process of opening new store by 25%. Not only that, they cut the cost of needing the need for a real estate agent and expedite the process of entering the market. Not only that, we supported them through one of our products. It's called Next Era, where we provide grants for R&D activities. They built a platform called EDEX, which is Enterprise AI for intelligence decision. Through this platform, actually, they help the business to improve the inventory management operation by 400%, you know, and drop the cost or drop the wastage of stock by 80%. And also, they integrate an AI tool for pricing mechanism where they help the business owners to have a smart pricing mechanism and improve their revenue by the profit by 10 to 25%. This is Intelmatics, one of our startups. Also, and actually, they closed around, after providing the support, they closed the largest AI startup Series A round in the region with a $20 million. Another example that we have, another example that we have, Amplify Health, founded by Dr. Mishar al-Washmi. Mishar al-Washmi participated in LEAP 2022 as a moderator for one session, but he got inspired by the movement. So he came to us in NTDP in 2023, and he pitched his idea. And we helped him to build his startup. He joined us in MVP Lab. He built his startup. Then we give him another grant to do an R&D activities, and he developed his product. But before talking about his product, let me give you some stats. Every 20 seconds, there is a chance that someone will lose his food because of diabetes. And once they lose their food, they have 90% that they will die in the next 5 years. Why is that? Because of wrong diagnosis and because they did not discover this in early stages. So when we supported him, actually, he developed a thematic imagining tool empowered by AI, where they can diagnose and discover all these diseases in early stage. So they can prevent this and provide a preventive solution where they can help diabetes all over the world. And they get recognized by Google as one of the top 20 health AI all over the world. And they started to apply this actually 2 weeks ago to test their solution on 1,000 patients in, all over the world, all over the kingdom. And they had more than 80% accuracy of diagnosis. And actually, imagine how they will save lives. This is like a heart-touching story, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And guess what? 10% out of that 1,000, they discovered new diseases they didn't know they were hiding. So Amplify actually started from LEAP. We supported them through NTDP, and now they are saving lives all over the world.
I mean, such
another great example, also Noon Academy. Actually, we supported them in the last 2 years to be in LEAP, and we supported them to expand their solutions. So they provide a ed-tech solution, but they don't only help the students, but they help the schools, the teachers as well. So they have this smart classroom solution where they can provide the learning and teaching in rural, underserved area, giving access to children from all over the world to get the right to get the education, and enabling great teachers from all over the world to deliver these classes. And I remember that we supported them through our product. It's called Bridge, where they can expand their product. And right now they are serving more than 1,500 children in Yemen and in Pakistan. These children, they didn't have a chance to get a proper learning. Now they are signing with more than 100 schools in Pakistan to deliver
that is just incredible. Yes.
I can do this all day long.
So many startups, but who doesn't love a success story? And they were such brilliant examples of just how nurturing startups and giving them the support they need can really make an impact on the world. You know, got a couple of questions left, so apologies.
Apologies.
I can see the timer going red, but I'm going to go for it anyway. As LEAP continues to grow, and it's going to grow and grow and get better every year, what are NTDP's ambitions for future editions, and how do you see it further strengthening Saudi's position as a global leader in tech innovation?
Great. So in the last couple of years, we will be focusing on all sectors. It's a sector agnostic to build the pipeline for new startups to create this ecosystem. But starting from 2025, we'll be focusing more on planting the seed to become one of the global tech hub for deep tech startups. So we'll be focusing more on AI, we'll be focusing more on biotechnology, space technologies, open RAN, semiconductor, and deep tech and emerging technology. So we started the movement actually early this year. So a couple of days ago, we launched the first MVP Lab version dedicated for AI. We'll be launching also MVP Lab for deep tech. So we really would like to focus on deep tech to become one of the global hub in deep tech.
I'm really salivating at the sound of that. So much exciting tech, and I'm a self-confessed tech head, so that's really exciting to hear. And finally, Ibrahim, if we fast forward, if we look in our metaphorical crystal ball and we leap forward to 2030, what do you hope we'll be celebrating about NTDP's role in shaping the kingdom's tech future?
I think you have a great imagination, right? And everyone here.
Yes.
So I want you, Lucy, to imagine with me and everyone in the room. We are in the heart of Saudi Arabia. We are in Riyadh. It's 2030. We are in Riyadh, welcoming people from all over the world, not only in LEAP 2030, but also Expo 2030. I imagine that we are welcoming top leaders from all over the world, top CEOs from all over the world, top investors, top entrepreneurs, top influencers who are joining us in 2030. And we are welcoming them here in Riyadh. And this time, they are joining us not as visitors. They are joining us as participants in the tech revolutions that has completely changed the global landscape of tech and innovation. I imagine that we are welcoming here, and they are seeing a nation who doesn't know the impossible, a nation who can dream big, but not only dream, they can deliver on their promises, a nation who can make the impossible possible, a nation who can make the dreams a reality. I imagine in 2030, Saudi Arabia is not an emerging market anymore. Saudi Arabia is one of the top 10 global tech hub for innovation, the launch pad, tech startup. Wait for it. A place where every entrepreneur from all over the world dream to launch their startups from Saudi Arabia. A place where every investor from all over the world dream to invest in this country. An ecosystem with more than 20 unicorns, every one of them telling their stories, inspiring all over the world. And in the heart of all that, LEAP 2030, where made the impossible possible, where made the dreams become true, and connect Saudi Arabia to the world and bring the whole world to Saudi Arabia. This is how I imagine 2030. But as our great leader, our great motivator, the leader who believed in us, the leader who made us to dream big and make these dreams reality, the leader who believes in his people, the leader who said once, the impossible, it's not in the dictionary of the Saudis. The leader who made us to dream big, push us beyond our limits, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He said once, the greatest success story of the 21st century is Saudi Arabia. It is the story of the century.
Yeah.
So I'm telling everyone in this room, roll up your sleeves, join us in this journey, and be part of this story.
Yes, yes. And what a beautiful, impactful sentiment to end this conversation on. Based on what I'm seeing, what's happening here in the kingdom, I don't doubt for a second that everything you said, all these dreams, they're going to come true. And this is going to be on the map as one of the biggest tech global hubs on the planet. I see it. I see the vision, Ibrahim. I see it. Okay, on that note, we're over for time. I'm going to hand back over to David. I'm sure our finalists are waiting in the wings.
We still have more to come. We'll give money now.
Okay, so on that note, give it up, please, one more time for Ibrahim Nayaz. Yes, my man. All right. Thank you. Over to you. Thank you.